All right, there's an article in M Live. You can find it there that says that Brad Holmes is the leading candidate to become the Lions general manager, and that 97 won the ticket. And Stoney is all cap about bringing in Kevin Colbert. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this, and hopefully I can bring y'all another video before it strikes midnight. Lion, not lying, Detroit news, whatever. But let's get to it. And basically, the Pittsburgh Gazette is saying that the Lions haven't even interviewed Kevin Colbert. They ain't even, basically had a formal interview, let alone offered him the job. And that the only candidate that has came back for a second interview is Brad Holmes, college scout director for the Los Angeles Rams. Okay. They say the other dude, Terry Fonte, I think he the college scout director or the assistant GM in New Orleans. They said they can't interview him until the New Orleans Saints are out the playoffs, okay? And they got Ed Dobbs in consideration, but Brad Holmes is the first person to have a second interview, let alone an in-person second interview for the Detroit Lions. So, it was hard to believe that Kevin Colbert, which we hadn't heard, he had a Zoom interview, he wasn't on the official GM interview list, was going to leave a winning situation in Pittsburgh, a hometown situation. He from Pittsburgh. For the Detroit Lions. I think we all pretty much could put one and one together. It was hard to believe. I mean, we thought John Snyder was going to be on their list, but think about it. Why would I leave Seattle with a franchise quarterback with years and years left on his, where we think left on his career, and come to Detroit? You got to ask yourself, why? I mean, who going to come to Detroit? Seriously, who want to come to Detroit? And Atlanta ain't got a GM, I don't think, and they looking at Brad Holmes too, so we in competition with them. A few teams looking for a GM. And why would you come here over Jacksonville, over Atlanta? Why would you come here? You have $10 million in cap room, okay? Which that could be changed with, cutting and contracts and all that restructured. I mean, you only got 5 draft picks. You got a quarterback that you can't get rid of because ownership won't let. So it just didn't make no sense that John Snyder was going to come here or Kevin Colbert was going to come here. It just didn't seem, reasonable. And we know that Sheila and her family are frugal. They build some of the most cheapest cars that you can find in Ford. So you got a cheap people that build a cheap car, cheap truck people. Ford's a good car, whatever. I mean, whatever floats your boat. They build a cheap car. They operate. They got a cheap stadium. They cheap with their money. They didn't want to pay Ndamukong Suh. They didn't want to trade Calvin Johnson. Like, why would you be in an organization that runs like a mom and pop shop? Why would you take Dollar Castle over Dollar General, Family Dollar? You know what I'm saying? To work there. Unless they going to give you complete control and a blank check. And that's not going to happen. So, of course, the Lions wasn't going to get the guy that we all want in the dream scenario. Name me when they got the guy as a head coach in the dream scenario. In the draft, they might get a guy in the dream scenario. But this organization is not about to pay a general manager and give him a blank check. And that's what you need to come to Detroit. You need a general manager with a blank check. And you got to pay him as much as he wants. And he got to have full control to do what he want to do. So they probably had a conversation with Kevin Colbert. They probably like, you have to keep Matthew Stafford. And he's like, oh, fuck that. I stay in Pittsburgh, where I can pick me a quarterback this year. I can trade for 2 and bring 2 in. I can get Jimmy Garoppolo. I can get Jacoby. I can get me a quarterback. Why would I come to Detroit and I have to keep the quarterback? I'm dealing with a cheap owner. So, of course, they're going to get the B side or even the G side of the guys they want. They wasn't about to go out there and get no Kevin Colbert, no John Snyder. That was all a facade. That's to get the fans hyped. Oh, we trying. This is what we can end up with. This is who we can get. This is who we can get. Don't know. They couldn't even get Rob Saleh to come here. They couldn't even get the layup here. All we know, they couldn't even get the layup, a guy that's from here to get the job done. Couldn't get it. And it's just to the point where I just think we had a point where, I don't want to judge this. We had a point where it's just going to take a miracle. It's going to take a miracle. And it just seemed like the Lions GM and coaches just can't make the simple move. Remember when Marty Schottenheimer took the wind instead of taking the ball at Soldier Field, I think it was? Y'all remember that? The Lions are just cursed. They just find some of the dumbest people in ever. Ever. If it's black, if it's white, whoever, it's done. Mark Mayhew, Matt Millen, Steve Mariucci, Rob Marinelli. If they want to be cheap, they can hire me. I guarantee you I can do a better job than anybody before them. It's not hard. But of course, the story about Kevin Colbert was all cap. And you know what? How I should have knew it was all cap, to be honest? Because Detroit writers and media, they never get the 411. The Lions don't leak nothing to them because the Lions and the local media are beefing. So if it was true, it was going to come from Scheffner or Jason Lockenford or somebody of that, not Scheffner, excuse me. Yeah, Scheffner, my bad. I'm thinking of Wojo. It's going to come from there. Detroit Lions have the worst relationship with their local media. So they leak stuff to the NFL Network. They leak stuff to ESPN, Fox, Jay Glazer. They leak stuff to them. They don't tell the local media nothing. And they don't tell the local media something where it can get to Stoney or to Wojo, whoever they got over there. They don't know nothing. You ever notice when the Lions sign, let's say they sign Jim Johnson, I don't know, receiver. 97 won a ticket in Free Press and News. They always reporting, according to ESPN, the Lions signed Jim Johnson, the receiver. They don't never had no plug. The Lions hate the media because the media won't lie to the fans. The local media won't lie to the fans and say the Lions, they going to be a great team this year. They won't lie to the fans. You see how they did 97 won a ticket? The only reason they came back to 97 won a ticket because the viewership or the listeners wasn't listening over at that AM station. Who listened to AM radio, let alone FM radio? People listen to Sirius XM radio, or now they can Bluetooth or put the auxiliary cord in and listen to that music. Nobody listen to radio. Radio is the thing of the past. I'd rather listen to your podcast. But it seems that Brad Holmes is pretty much the leader to get the job. And if we don't hear nothing about him getting the job in the near future, then maybe they're waiting for a candidate that they can't interview that's still in the playoffs. So, we knew Kevin Colbert leaving home. His friends and family said, he ain't leaving Pittsburgh. He ain't leaving a hometown situation in a winter organization to come to Detroit because Detroit ain't going to pay him nothing. Detroit wasn't going to pay him nothing. That was the thing about Bob Quinn. He was cheap. First timer. And of course they're going to come with a first timer again. And of course they're going to come with a coach that you didn't see. And then with the GM and the coach that's going to come in, you're going to be forced to keep like Darrell Bevel. The Lions, the Forest don't want to win. And what it's going to take for the Forest to win is for the fans. People in Detroit don't even go to Lions games. It's going to take the fans outside of the great city of Detroit to stop coming. Just stop coming for 1 year when they open back up. 1 year. And let's see if she don't sell that team. See, when they couldn't have fans this year, they started laying people off. But then again, people at Forbes like, we didn't take the buyout. We didn't need the buyout. Well, how about y'all spend some of that money on the Lions and give Detroit the winner? It's going to be a point where they got to force them to sell this team, to be honest. Because a lot of people, who is Brad Holmes and, what is he going to do? At this point, we only can hope and accept. We only could cross our fingers and be the hope that Brad Holmes can get the job done. That's the only thing we can do, support him. We hope he can just, make the easy move, the right move. But for Kevin Colbert, for those rumors to be capped, that he ain't even a candidate, he ain't even interviewed. It is what it is. No, we ain't gonna get John Snyder neither. It is what it is. We ain't gonna get Rob Salad. It is what it is. My whole thing at this point, you might as well hire Marvin Lewis and let him be the GM and the head coach. Shit. The way we going. And I guarantee you, man, they got a guy in mind, the GM and the head coach. They got a guy in mind. And all this was a facade to get our hopes up. They knew throwing his name out there in the media, throwing Snyder name, Colbert name out in the media was going to get us hyped up. And now we're going to have to settle for Holmes. And I'm not saying Holmes is a bad guy. We don't know. At one point, Theo Epstein was just a guy. At one point, Bill Belichick was a failure in Cleveland. At one point, Sean Payton was a guy. So we'll see what we get. If Brad Holmes get the opportunity, him being a brother, just anybody, we got to support him. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. All my social media links, subscription. Fastest way is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. I want to make a donation. Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description as well. Best way to donate. Share the video. Check my other channel out. Goodfellas Sports TV. More sports, music, news, entertainment. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. More videos like this. Let me know what you think in the comment section. One time for the one time.